Hello, my name is Marilyn Martinez, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Khyber Pass and more specifically, why the Wimpy stay away from it. To start, the word Khyber is actually Hebrew for the word fort, and it is a very fitting name for this mountainous terrain. The Khyber Pass cuts through the Hindu Kush mountain range. It is said to be a sword cut through the mountains. It is 33 miles long with its highest peak at 3,510 feet. Its width ranges from 3 to 137 meters. The cliffs range from 591 to 984 feet. Personally, I think it would be terrifying to go near one of those ledges. Could you possibly imagine crossing this pass during the winter? Those from the area have been heard to say it is too steep and cold to safely traverse during winter and late autumn. For this reason, most of their visitors go during the spring and late summer so that they can enjoy the beauty of the pass. I mean, look at these pictures. It's beautiful. So aside from its dangerous terrain, it has a very rich history with war. Over many decades, people have used the Khyber Pass to invade India. Some that you might have heard of are Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. Some of these invasions date as far back as 326 BC, while others are more recent. In 2001, NATO began using the Khyber Pass to transport their supplies to the US and NATO armies. As a result, the Taliban has targeted the NATO supply carriers to steal or simply to sabotage these supplies. The drivers are terrified not only because of what the Taliban can do, but also because it is a terrifying drive. Some drivers told of how during a time when the Khyber Pass was closed due to a misunderstanding between Pakistan and NATO, some people broke into the place where the supply trucks were being kept and set them on fire. They tell of how they tried to put out the flames, but it didn't work, and they had to watch and simply let the fire die out unless they wanted to risk their lives. Another driver told of the landmines that are buried along the path. These drivers know the risks of the job, but the pay for them makes it worth it so that their families are stable. I did some research and found out that there are many accidents and crashes that happen there every day. I did not find an exact number, but I did find an article written by the New York Times titled On Afghan Roads, Scenes of Beauty and Death. The author tells of how people drive recklessly and how their driving has only gotten worse throughout the years. There are tight turns and impatient people. Some village children take it upon themselves to wave crushed soda bottles in order to direct traffic and prevent some crashes. One man said that it was like living in an action movie because every now and then he'd see a car flying through the air towards the valley. I watched a video from a dash cam of a man driving through the Khyber Pass, and I died about 20 times just watching it because of how many close calls there were. These drivers will do anything to pass another car, even if it means coming millimeters away from an oncoming truck. So in order to summarize my learnings, I'd like to say that the nickname the Hindu Killer is very fitting for this pass because 1, it is dangerous to travel simply because of its height and width, 2, because you never know who or what you will come across while you drive through this death-filled pass, and 3, because of the invasions, wars, and fights that it plays a part of in it to this day. This is why the Wimpy stay away from the Khyber Pass. And just in conclusion, I'd also like to show a quick video. 1 second.
The Khyber Pass is a key artery for NATO supply convoys, and it's a favorite target for the new Taliban leader, Hakimullah. He made his name bombing the convoys The fear is he could renew his attacks and send more fighters across the border. Commanders here told us they can't stop them.
They normally use those routes, undefined routes at night to cross it.
And is it still relatively easy for them to do this?
Yes, it is quite easy.
And this is why, once again, the Wimpy stay away from the Khyber Pass.